Okay, this lesson is over factoring out a monomial. Okay, think of it this way. Okay, when you are using the distributive property, okay, you are multiplying two things together. Okay, like for example, if you take 9 times x squared plus 2x minus 1, and you use the distributive property, okay, remember to multiply the 9 to all three parts, and you get 9x squared plus 18x minus 9. Okay, that's called multiplication. Okay, factoring is just, it's kind of like you're going backwards. You're going to start with 9x squared plus 18x minus 9, and you're going to come up with 9 times x squared plus 2x minus 1. Okay, it's kind of like you're starting with the answer to a multiplication problem, and you want to come up with the multiplication problem. Okay, you're starting with the answer, you're trying to come up with the problem. Okay, so our goal for today, for this lesson, is to start with a polynomial. Okay, don't worry about the terms. That's just more than one monomial added together. Okay, you're going to start with an expression. Okay, you're going to rewrite it as the greatest common factor times another polynomial, another expression. Okay, I'll go over some examples and show you what I mean. Okay, let's say we wanted to factor out the greatest common factor of the problem 7k to the second plus 14k. Okay, my first goal is to figure out what the greatest common factor is. Okay, so look at the numbers first. Look at the 7 and the 14 first. Okay, we want to figure out what is the biggest number that will divide evenly into 7 and 14. Okay, so that's 7. Okay, now look for any common variables. Okay, if we see a common variable, we take the smallest exponent we see. Okay, k is a common variable, so we need to take the smallest exponent that we see with our k's. Okay, we have k to the second and k to the first. Okay, the smallest exponent would be k to the first. It would look better if I just don't write the first exponent. Okay, so 7k is the greatest common factor. So I'm going to rewrite this as 7k times something else. Okay, I want to figure out what that something else is. Okay, one way you can do it, and when you get good at this, you won't have to do this the way I'm going to show you, but one way you could do this is to divide each of these two pieces by that greatest common factor of 7k. Okay, 7k to the second divided by 7k, 14k divided by 7k. Okay, 7 divided by 7 is 1. K to the second divided by k to the first. Okay, subtract the exponents, that's k to the first. So that becomes 1k to the first. It'd be a lot better just to write k. Okay, 14 divided by 7 is 2. K divided by k, that just wipes out. So we're left with a positive 2. Okay, there's our answer. 7k to the second plus 14k is equal to 7k times k plus 2. If you really wanted to make sure that this is right, you could distribute and just make sure you get back to the original problem. Okay, and you do. 7k times k is 7k to the second. 7k times 2 is the 14k. Okay, let's look at one more. Factor out 20f to the second plus 10f minus 30. Okay, greatest common factor. Okay, look at your numbers first. 20, 10, and 30. Okay, what's the biggest number that will divide into 20, 10, and 30? Okay, that'd be 10. Okay, now look for any common variables. Okay, I have f to the second, I have f, but I don't have any f over there. Okay, f is not common to all three parts, so I'm not going to include that at all in the greatest common factor. Okay, so my greatest common factor is simply 10. So I'm going to rewrite this as 10 times something. Okay, my goal is to figure out what the something is. Okay, and I'm going to just think about dividing all three of these little pieces by 10. And again, when you get good at this, you're not going to be having to write all this out like this. Okay, 20 divided by 10 is 2. And then you still have f squared. So this is 2f squared. Okay, right here. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Okay, and you have an f. So 1f. Be a lot better just to keep that 1 out. Looks better. So just f. Okay, a negative 30 over 10. Okay, 30 divided by 10 is 3. Minus 3. Okay, there would be the factored form. Okay, it would be 10 times 2f to the second plus f minus 3. And if you want to make sure you really are right, you could distribute this out and make sure you get back to the original problem. Okay, and you do. 10 times 2 is 20, so 20f to the second. 10 times f is 10f. 10 times negative 3 is negative 3. Okay, guys, I'm trying to be real brief with these videos, but if you need more help, don't hesitate to ask me. Okay?